How's it going, everybody? This is Seer here, and we have a blog post for you guys about additional details for the Intel store and the currency conversion. Now, there's some pretty important information in here. We're also going to be going over data mines because it looks like we have information about the next season of Cosmic Crucible, and there's some spicy stuff in there. So let's go ahead and get started. Commanders, in a recent blog, we shared a snapshot of important upcoming dates for our currency conversion process. We want to share additional dates and details you should be aware of to help manage your resources as the Intel store rolls out, leading up to the currency conversion date. We stated that from May 1st to May 21st, the sources of several store currencies will change to Intel. We finalized the details of these dates, which you can see below. So on May 11th, we're going to start getting updated season rewards for the raids. This was long overdue. This should have been updated a long time ago because those season rewards aren't really that great. And May 11th for awareness is going to be on Sunday. So basically, as soon as the new season starts. May 13th, Cosmic Crucible Ultimate 16 season rewards. So it looks like we're getting an Ultimate 16 as opposed to Ultimate 32. Pretty sneaky throwing that in here. Now, Cosmic Crucible League and Knockout rewards is also going to be giving Intel, it looks like. So Cosmic Crucible just got a pretty important buff as far as the importance of the game mode. Now, because we have the final week coming up, looks like we're going to be leading into the new Crucible, which is on the 13th. That's actually Tuesday. It looks like it's staying on the weekends for Crucible, so it doesn't look like it's going to be changing back yet. May 18th, War Season rewards are going to be updated, so that's the next season for War is going to have the Intel currency, and then that's going to lead into War League Knockout rewards. I do not like this. I do not think that they should be putting individual Intel currency in raid nodes or on War knockouts. This is not a good precedent because it's going to cause internal strife and kind of fighting among alliance mates, to where a good example is the Spotlight raids. There are certain times I go in a little bit later because I don't log in immediately when the raid launches, and I'll have one or two nodes that I'm able to do. That's it. So that's taking Intel currency away from me, so I need to make sure to log in early, do about 4 or 5 nodes, which is basically my share. That way I don't get sniped out of getting any Intel currency. The same thing's going to happen for War. There's certain people that like War, and they will do about 12 to 14 attacks to one-shot everything. That's taking Intel currency away from the alliance mates. So this is not a good precedent. I already gave that feedback. For May 21st, Cosmic Crucible Season 15 rewards, and then the Arena rewards. So it looks like the Intel currency is going to be now going into Raid Season, War Season, Cosmic Crucible Season, Cosmic Crucible Knockout, War Knockout, Cosmic Crucible rewards, and Arena rewards. So it's going everywhere. We're getting a lot more Intel currency. That means a lot more G20. I'm very happy about that. Now, this is pretty important on here when I was looking at this. The currency conversion date. So the currency conversion date is going to be on May 22nd. There are a few additional changes that will be made. So Crimson Gear Raid Orbs, we'll go in game, take a look at this, will no longer be purchasable using the Elite Raid credits. You'd still use Elite Raid credits to purchase these orbs before the conversion date, which again is on May 2nd. I'm going to highlight this so we can keep referencing this. Note you can still earn these rewards orbs from raids, and these orbs will remain visible in the raid store, but they will not be purchasable with Intel at this location. Only the orbs in the Intel store can be purchased using Intel. We want to avoid players from accidentally purchasing these orbs using Intel while opening orbs in the raid store. Now, I already did kind of a breakdown as far as like how good is the cost of these things in the Intel store. The G20 is okay. I like how it's under 10,000 per piece. The characters, though, I think need to be adjusted, honestly. I don't like the cost of the characters. The first set where it's like Vigilante for the new characters, that one's okay at 12,000 or 12,500, whatever it is. He's 1,250, my bad. Then it should drop down to like 1,000, then it should drop down to like under that. So I think they're a little off in the pricing for the characters. For the Arena orbs, this one here is major, so make sure that we pay attention to this one. Arena orbs will be removed from the game entirely. You can still purchase the orbs with your arena credits before the conversion happens. Initially, we planned to move them to the Intel store, but we decided it would be best not to encourage players to use the Intel on these orbs because the orbs aren't great. These character shards available in the orb can be obtained in the arena store using the shop credits, so that's good. So shop credits are going to be used to purchase those for the characters, but not the orbs. This right here, I'm not a fan of. We are removing the L4 training modules from the arena store. You may have already noticed that you can obtain L4 training modules using Intel in the store. L3 training modules will remain in the arena store, and you can continue to obtain L4 training modules using the arena credits before the conversion happens. I do not like this. The cost of those L4 training modules is outrageous. There's no way I'm ever going to be purchasing those. War credits and elite war credits. Purchasable in the war store using alliance credits will be removed. A new slot of shop credits purchasable using alliance credits will be added to replace those. Let's go ahead, jump in game really quick. So I booted up the game here. Now, what is it that we're looking at? So for the cost of 20 L4, it's 7,200. I do have 371k of Intel already because I got a lot of my command center stuff done. I hit my 300k. I'm done spending my Intel until next week, so I am going to kind of try to stay close to that. The cost of these characters, where it's the 12,500 for the Vigilante, I think is okay. Starjammer should be about 10, and the Liberty should be like 7,500, so something like that. I am still purchasing these, so the mutant pieces, because I want to get Old Man Logan done as far as my next mutant character, so I am focusing on that. However, if we go over here, these are basically going away. These are staying. So if we end up taking a look at these orbs, I have 166,000 arena credits, and these do end up giving out. We have characters in the middle right here that you can see, but on the left pillar, we do have Elite 4s, we have the abilities, we have L3s on here, and then we have purple gear. So these aren't great, as you can kind of see. The rewards are not worth it. However, if these are getting converted for my arena credits, I don't know if I want to actually just pull the trigger and open a bunch of these just to get some L3s, just because the shop currency for buying these, we're gonna have so much shop currency. So I think I'm gonna end up opening these probably the last day, just drain my arena currency, get as many L3s that I possibly can. These being moved away though is not good at all. So let's go ahead, jump back over, because I do want to go over some data mines that were on QuickDraw's Discord channel. We have the season 15 rules for the upcoming Cosmic Crucible season. Now again, this is data mine, subject to change. These are not set in stone, but it gives us an idea of what we can expect. Omens of Danger for the global. On offense and defense, Harbinger characters on successful hit, if the primary target has trauma, perform an ISO attack against that target. On defense, all characters gain that 20% max health, 10% damage. After each completed attempt, gain the exhaust. So it looks like on here, the Harbinger characters, if there's trauma out there, they get a free ISO hit. It's not going to be game breaking as far as that goes. And if we go back in game, the characters that has that Harbinger tag, they actually updated it because now it's under Chapter 1 Harbinger. And what we have here is the Vigilante team, and we have the Thunderbolts team. So those are the characters that's going to end up having those roles on there. Now, if we end up taking a look at Stage 1, combat support, on offense and defense, Fortifier and Healer characters on hit, apply +1 vulnerable up to 20. Striker characters on hit, apply +3 vulnerable up to 20. Now remember, if there's a Striker character, they are going to get a free ISO hit off of that. So this technically is 2 vulnerable and a free ISO hit on there. All other characters, that's going to be Skirmisher, that's going to be Raider. On hit, apply +2 vulnerable up to +20. All characters when attacking gain 100% damage per vulnerable on the attacking character. On end of turn, clear out vulnerable on this character. So we're going to want a fast team that's going to be able to take advantage of this, or team that doesn't get vulnerable out there. The Vigilante team takes a lot as far as they really like hitting into vulnerables because they get a lot of buffs for that. The Star Jammers, they end up clearing the vulnerables. However, they're very easy to be on defense. So this is probably going to end up being like the Night Stalkers team. I believe that's what we had in here last time. It's like a Night Stalkers, throw somebody like Nightcrawler in there, and that should work pretty good. Room 2 aggroed on offense and defense, all characters on turn. If this character has taunt, gain offense up. This is another reused room. On turn, apply assist now to all allies with offense up. This would be a pretty good vigilante room, actually. So Daredevil Modern's going to spawn in with that pre-taunt with the full team. He's going to have the offense up. That's going to be getting assist now. So when Silver Sable takes that ultimate turn, there's going to be an assist on there. So this looks very good for vigilante, especially with the bonuses. Now, room 3, negative energy. On offense and defense, all characters, special abilities cost 4 less ability energy. On a successful critical hit, reduce the target's ultimate ability energy by 1. Kahori's going to do very well in this room. Getting that special off so early, and also having it to where if she's able to get it to where the ultimate would end up happening, that would end up being on turn 2. But that special is going to wreck as far as what this could end up doing in here. So that does look like a pretty good room for that. Next up, we have room 4, Spore Attack. This is a new room also. On offense and defense, all characters do damage that reduces the max health of that target by the same amount. Increase the max health and damage by 50%. This is a very interesting room. So basically the damage you deal is going to be permanent damage. That's going to hurt quite a bit. And then you're going to be increasing the max health and the max damage that you can end up putting out there. So this looks very interesting. I do like this. Room 5, Before the Thunders. This reeks of Thunderbolts right there. On offense and defense, Thunderbolt characters, when this character is attacked, generate 1 ability energy, gain 100% crit chance, and 300% focus. Now, in the testing that we did for this, the Thunderbolts didn't perform as well as we thought they would on the test server. Things change when they go to the live server. That happens all the time, to where the teams either underperform or they might overperform. Then they go live. It's like, well, they're not as good as we actually thought they were. So we're going to see what ends up happening with this. Having it to where the Thunderbolts get the ability energy when they get attacked, that is pretty interesting, but we're going to have not a lot of stars on this team. So I'm curious how this is actually going to perform, if we're just going to treat this as a dead room. Room 6, Dorky's Broken Headset. Looks like this is the room that we might be getting for Dorky Dad winning that Crucible tournament that we did. On offense and defense, all characters on turn end remove Safeguard and Trauma for all characters. Pretty interesting. So as soon as somebody takes their turn, Safeguard and Trauma just gets removed. So it's like a decayed effect on. They're just gone. On a successful attack, copy and clear all positive effects. This is going to be very interesting how this plays out. Based on this wording, it looks like if we do a big AoE hit, say like Silver Sable's ultimate, she's going to copy and clear all those positive effects and apply it to herself. So it's not just to primary target. This says all. So this is going to be very interesting how this actually ends up playing out. Then it looks like they're actually making a change to the Fortifier Purple 3 to where it changed to clear all vulnerable instead of just vulnerable on self. This actually gives a huge value upgrade in Fortifier for Purple 3. And it looks like the next strike pass for season 85 is going to end up being Hitmonkey Shards. So a lot of interesting information. We're going to see if this ends up kind of going live or if there's going to be any other alterations. But these rules look very interesting. And the fact that Crucible is going to be putting Intel currency on there, Crucible is going to be back on the table for being a very important game mode. So let me know what you guys think about all this. If you guys did enjoy this video, please remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, have a wonderful rest of the day.